sustainability is right now at a way of being where it's about fixing things. Okay, it needs to really percolate deeper. And for that, something more authentic has to be looked at as a measure for that kind of growth, deeper institutionalization, or
yes,
the way of being.
It's become easy for companies to justify their existence.
Yeah,
by
so you
saying,
talked about higher meaning and purpose.
yeah.
What is the source of in a human being at a more personal way? What is the source for such ideas? How do you differentiate, or why do certain people behave in a particular way and certain others in another way? And how do you choose that and put them on fast track and create this kind of leadership?
This is a deep question. It's, I think that when people are given a chance to develop a wider sense of purpose in their lives, they seize it. It's very interesting. If you can open up a different horizon where people are encouraged to say, this is what I want to do with my life, and here's why I want to do it. It isn't just about me, it isn't just even about my family. It's trying to find a purposeful way of using the time that I have on this planet to leave it in better shape than it was when I arrived on it. And that might happen in all sorts of different ways. Through the work that someone does as a community activist, through the work they do as a parent, through the work they do for the natural environment. But this deeper sense of purpose inside the individual is something we need to nurture and move away from the notion that the only reason we're here on Earth is to earn enough money to be a little bit richer in order to compensate ourselves for the loss of quality of life. This is not a sensible route to a better world. And what applies to the individual needs to apply to the organization as well, to the company as well.
So what does the forum really do to nurture this and help companies to nurture?
We spend a lot of time talking about these deeper issues. We interrogate the foundation on which a company's sustainable development strategy is built. What are they really trying to do? What is it all about? Are they genuinely trying to make their supply chain work for value creation across the whole of the supply chain? Or are they just trying to get a better price for something that's a little bit more environment friendly? Are they really trying to relate to their customers, their consumers in a different way? Are they trying to build a different discourse about responsible consumption, sustainable consumption in today's very stressed out world? So our role in the forum is to keep pressing all the time to say, why are you doing this? Not what are you doing, but why are you doing it? What is the purpose that lies behind this? Because unless you're very clear about what the strategic intent is, you probably won't think it works for you very well. You have to find that deeper level of meaning.
Just to elaborate a little bit on this, how can then Indian companies actually engage with you? And what would be the modes of interaction?
So we have a large number of partnerships inside the forum, and sometimes we have an individual partnership with a company. So I mentioned that we have in fact worked with a number of Tata companies in the past. We've done a lot of work with Tata Beverages, with Jaguar Land Rover, with the Taj Hotel Group, and our role there was to challenge, to stimulate, to provide access to a network of ideas and expertise. We've done a lot of work here in India with Hindustan Unilever. They're one of our biggest partners, as I mentioned. And for us, the challenge there is to see how you can reflect some of these values in a company that has such a deep legacy, such an incredible heritage going back more than 100 years, as you know, not as far back almost as Tata's heritage, and demonstrate what it is that company can do now to create this value in the modern world. So we have these relationships with individual companies, and then sometimes we bring those companies together to share a bigger, more ambitious program. So as an example, we're working with 16 companies involved in the shipping industry all around the world now to try and get the shipping industry to raise its sights on the big social and environmental challenges around shipping.
Is there good, well-documented material in terms of case studies and development support materials like DVDs, videos?
On our website, we have a number of our...
even in your methods of working with companies.
Yes.
So that this can really communicate, spread within the organizations. Because, growing the Indian industry is growing out of India.
Yeah.
And they need to reach out to different culture systems and enroll them in a very uniform way.
Mm.
How do you do that?
We have a big commitment to education and communication inside the forum. In Forum for
And
Future.
since you're a teacher.
And since I'm a teacher. So it's a very interesting question you asked me, because we are not a for-profit organization, we're a not-for-profit organization. So we have to demonstrate that in all the work that we do with these companies, we're doing it to create a wider public benefit. Not just to help the company, but to create a wider public benefit. That is the requirement of being a not-for-profit in the UK. You are working to achieve public benefit, not working to make a company more profitable. So we are all the time demonstrating what the wider public benefit is of the kind of sustainability work that we do. And we publish that as case studies, we publish that as information that can be shared by other people to take the learning and apply it in their own organization. And of course we publish Green Futures, our magazine, which comes out 4 times a year, which is full of these case studies.
And what about how do you communicate innovations?
So we do a lot of work through our network of partners about innovation. We will flag up different innovative companies, examples, technologies, processes, breakthroughs, whatever it might be. It's a big part of it. That's where a lot of the excitement lies. Because innovation gives people a sense that we can do the right thing by way of efficient, well-managed, for-profit enterprise, and do the right thing by way of the world, of people, of future generations. That's what innovation is all about.
Thank you very much, Jonathon.
Thank you. Very nice.
I think it has been a really good interview, and welcome to India.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll work with more companies here.
I hope so. Thank you very much.
You.